Did you know the blockbuster film The Lion King was actually said to not be an original Disney film creation? Long before Simba graced the silver screen, the heart of this story was already alive in African folklore. The tale of the lion cub who loses his father, flees in shame, and returns to claim his rightful place, that's not a new story. It actually mirrors the story of Sundiata Keita, the legendary founder of the Mali Empire. Sundiata was a young prince exiled after his father's death, who later returned to free his people and fulfill his destiny. Sound familiar? It was a story passed down for centuries by the griots, the oral historians of Western Africa, long before Disney ever created the blockbuster movie The Lion King. Now, this doesn't mean The Lion King isn't a beautiful film. I grew up watching The Lion King. It's an amazing film. But it does mean we need to give credit to the deep well of African storytelling that came before it. Now, most people know the plot of this Disney classic. Simba, a young lion, was said to be destined for greatness in his pride. But after his father's death and a deadly betrayal by his uncle Scar, Simba runs away and he grows in exile, learns to face his past, and returns to reclaim the throne. But interestingly enough, nearly 30 years before The Lion King, Japanese author Osamu Tezuka told a strikingly similar story in a Japanese manga titled Kimba the White Lion. In the story, Kimba's father is murdered, forcing him to flee and live amongst the humans. And he learns to survive, talking to the spirits, and then returns to reclaim and lead the jungle with wisdom and peace. Now, the story features a wise baboon, a comic duo of hyenas, and an animal kingdom in need of balance. Coincidence? I'll let you decide. Now, 800 years before Disney was ever a thought, in 13th century West Africa, lived a young boy named Sundiata Keita. Born into royalty but unable to walk, Sundiata was mocked, doubted, and seen as a cursed child. His father, the king of Mali, believed in him, but after the king's death, enemies within the kingdom forced Sundiata and his mother into exile. But prophecy said the young boy would be a king, and one day Sundiata rose. Literally, the story says he pulled himself up on an iron rod and taught himself how to walk in front of his entire village, which was said to not just be physical strength, but it was destiny fulfilling itself. That boy who couldn't walk grew stronger and stronger. He trained as a warrior and he gained wisdom and earned the respect of the local rulers of Mama. He stopped being a boy in hiding and became a leader who was ready to reclaim what was stolen from him. Years later, Sundiata returned, not just to reclaim his throne, but to unite the fractured kingdoms and to defeat the usurper king named Sumora Kante, and he did just that. Sundiata loses his father, is exiled, is mocked for not being ready. He gains strength in another kingdom, gets spiritual guidance from ancestral prophecy, returns to his homeland, and defeats an evil ruler who isn't the rightful heir to the throne to restore balance to his kingdom and reclaims his rightful throne. Sundiata's rise from crippled exile to the founder of the Mali Empire is one of the greatest comeback stories in history, and his story definitely inspired many stories in modern cinema. Now, I'll let you decide if it had any influence on the Disney classic. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss the next one. It's Ahmad the Poet from the Ancestral Plane. Peace, family. I'll see you in the next one.